Hey, we have a new soap today from HAGS. Have a good shave.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vinton with Sarah Vinton Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, come on in. We're glad to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, join the chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you, too.
And for our mention today, we wanted to give you a look into how the Barbershop Duet starts off our fall spooky season. And we always watch Sleepy Hollow, but the Hallmark version first.
Right. Brent Carver. He was a great Broadway actor, and it is a fantastic retelling of the original story. So it's not the Tim Burton one with all the new embellishments and stuff like that. No, it's a little bit more on the cheesy side, like acting-wise and stuff. But y'all, what a fantastic and nostalgic look at that original story. Couple of things. It does not paint Ichabod Crane as like the hero, because he wasn't. And if any of you can tell me why they kept calling him a Yankee, this thing takes place in New York. I'm super confused by that. But anyway, if you all check it out, it's on Amazon Prime. Let us know what you think.
And for our soap today, we have The Summoning. And the label on this is pretty spooky, so it kind of goes along with this season.
Apropos, they had to summon the horseman out of his grave. So, let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at HAGSArtisan.com.
The air crackles with anticipation as the lid of the shaving soap is lifted, releasing a symphony of invigorating scents that I can't read yet, but I promise it's a wonderful description.
There's a whole paragraph here, y'all. Stay tuned, although we know that this is inspired by YSL, Y by YSL. That's like an eye chart, y'all. There's a lot going on there. All right, I don't want to sound that out.
Well, but it's funny because I think I picked this because of the description. There were like 4 or 5 that dropped that same day, and I really was having a hard time.
I know, Phantom Limb came out. Bjorn's very mad we chose this one.
So this was the other one we went for. We did get the other one that was a collab with the Shave Supply, and this was our second one. So we clearly have more to look at, but this is our first one in that series.
Y'all, the way HAGS does the homages, something about how the woods and the spices bind with the scents in their base already. This beautiful soapy feel. I'm excited, y'all. Let's let this out of the box. All right, y'all, we got this from the Shave Supply. Garrett is our closest distributor here in California. Oh, and we might have a little note. Hey, thank you so much, Sarah, from Garrett. Hey, thank you, buddy.
And then,
hey, we got some stickers. I love that one, y'all. It looks like a 25-year-old Santa Claus with his beard going on there.
Oh, and there we go. We did get some new cabinets that need some stickers.
Look at that. That's a creepy one.
I was kind of hindered by the label.
Yeah, this could have been a Halloween episode. Y'all, look at that.
Side label, but we can't look at the bottom because it gives away scent notes. But this dude looks kind of crazy and fun, which I gotta say is totally working.
I want to summon him right now. I need to know what he smells like. Well, there's one way to find out. Let's have a monstrous first impression. Take it in.
I actually don't think I've ever smelled anyone wearing YSL before yet. I know we said our godson told us he wears something from them, but it's a different scent.
Right.
So I'm curious.
He wears Parome. Whatever that means.
Yeah. So this is new for us.
Yeah,
so we're going in new for all this. Okay. Here's the pour for those like to see.
Oh, very nice.
And this one I'm pretty sure is the Hawthorne.
It is
base. So if you were asking, there you go. It's really white.
Yeah. Keep your nose.
Yeah. Stay over there.
Shake it in.
Nice long whiff.
Yeah, what'd you get?
At my first initial whiff, it was something a little bit sweeter. Like I almost got like a blue color. Yeah. I don't think it's blueberry, but it's something
gourmand, maybe?
Yep, almost. Maybe it's floral, but it's hiding as a gourmand. Or they're both in there. I'm not sure. Nice. But I'm actually glad that we took a whiff of this because it does have more of that initial like summer side to the scent, which makes sense because that's when they dropped these.
Right, you're right.
That it kind of might have been more of that.
Now, is it more like your desert sands or more like your melons and kind of things like that?
A little closer, almost approaching a melon side, I think.
There might be half a gourmand in here, y'all.
It's definitely masculine, but there's parts in this that are a little bit more, I don't want to say sensitive, but not as like in your face as some of those cologne kind of scents can be.
We just watched Bedazzled. Remember that scene where he's too sensitive and he sings to the dolphins?
That bad.
No, not that bad. Okay.
Yeah, it starts with something sweeter.
Yeah.
And then I still get something blue. I can't decide what that is yet. I'll get back to you. And then at the end, then it kind of goes more into like a lighter wood or a sand or something with a little more texture or grit. It's lighter though. So I feel like I could be on the coast of Greece somewhere. I don't know. It's a nice airy kind of vibe.
Something blue, something old, something new. I think she just got engaged.
But there's no, I don't get like a humidity vibe. You know, like we've had that come through on some of our other
you
like.
You can sense the heat.
Yeah, I don't get that part to it. A little more briskness. And so I don't know if that's a citrusy thing coming through to create that.
Right.
You can definitely tell it's in that perfumery grade of a scent. There's obviously a lot more than those things in here than I'm getting.
You know, it's funny. I like summer scents that have a burst of coolness because we just spent an entire week on the sun at her cabin, y'all. But in the middle of the night, I mean like at 4 a.m., there is a chill in the air. And you're like, how's it doing this? Because 12 hours ago, I was baking in here, right? So I love summer scents that do. And if you've ever been out to the desert gets cold at night, y'all. So I love summer scents that do. They give you that sense of heat in the scent. But then that little sort of menthol blast as if it's the summer middle of the night, you know?
Yeah, I feel like there's a breeze, you know? I can't decide if it's, you know, morning, like sunrise, or it's almost approaching like the sunset cooling off time of day.
Right.
But I feel like we have not had something that smelled like this.
Nice.
There's something in the middle. It's almost approaching a gourmandy sour side. I don't think it's a sour candy, but it's a different fruit than we normally
citrus,
have.
Maybe a
but it's done differently. So I think that's what's attractive.
Right.
Like this is making its own sort of scent in that lane.
Yeah,
because it's new for my scent.
I used to be a little scared when I would see like a sour fruit note and then I smelled witchy woman and a few scents like that. I was like, oh no, the sour can be gorgeous.
Yeah, it's not as candied and sweet as that zone is. But if you could take a masculine, cleaner side of what that feeling is, it could maybe be in here.
All right, I think I am well prepared to take this in.
I know this is a much scarier version. I think the scent is more friendly than I'm getting, but I love the HAGS label, so I don't really care.
That kind of looks like Lainey when she's really hungry. That's the
Feed
vibe.
me now.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's smooth.
That's a good word.
Oh, it's beautiful. And just the woods and the florals kind of walk up to this line and then start swirling around. And then where I expect them to get really floral and really spicy, something kind of throws on the brakes a little bit and just kind of keeps it a little subdued and a little more charming in its balance. You know, it's not the loud mouth at the party, if you know what I mean.
Like it's kind of a calming vibe, but right somehow.
And it's doing it more with herbs and woods than it is with florals. But I bet you there is one little floral in there because there's just this little charming balance happening in here, like a little quadrille.
Do you get the fruity thing that I was finding? Maybe I'm wrong, but... Or something blue? I still can't figure out what it is.
No, there's a citrus in here, totally, but there's something else balancing it out.
Like in the middle.
Something creamier, something spicier, something a little bit herby that does border on a gourmand. Yeah, and then hold on. And y'all, I love my soaps that are of a higher intensity, and I love that this is a high intensity, but I still almost can't get enough of it because it is that much of a charmer, and because the really high soaring notes do not get too pokey when the intensity is turned up.
No.
And I think that's indicative of a fine perfumer's balance. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I feel like it has a fun personality to it.
Right. And welcome in Elaine Stritch, who's here just in time for her 11 o'clock number. I have found, as I edit these episodes, that if it is less of a perfumer's balance and more of an original scent for the shaving soap world, like an autumn spice or like something like that, it's a much different episode. Because when we do homages to fine colognes, you don't really get the individual scent notes. And I think starting back in the 60s and 70s, that was sort of intended. I don't think you wanted to open an Avon bottle and know exactly what that was. I don't think you were meant to open Burma Shave and know exactly what that was. So I've kind of noticed that when we do have an homage to a fabulous cologne, these episodes become more about the vibe, become more about when would you wear it, where would you wear it, because it's not like we're going to be able to discuss the ambergris in this because it's too much in a beautiful balance. Does that make sense?
No, it is. And I almost, it leaves it up to our interpretation. Like when you would walk into a museum and you know it's like the best of the best, the artist on the wall, like you may not even know what the painting is, but it's up for your interpretation.
Right.
I find a lot of the cologne homages have that similar vibe. Like you, clearly it's at that perfumer's grade. There's lots of scents going on in there, but they almost blend into each other, so it's up to us to decipher what's hiding in them.
So the first thing I'm getting is clean and energetic. So the first thing I often ask myself for these episodes is, where would I want to wear this?
Right.
Y'all, my brain lit up this place called the Exploratorium. So I'm going to wear this in the morning to walk down the Embarcadero in San Francisco, right there along the water. And then when I get to, what is it, Pier 15 or something like that?
So, yeah.
That's the Exploratorium. And it's this giant tech museum that's been there for like 30 years. And they have really cool stuff to get kids engaged in science, but really makes me want to play with all the toys too. So it's kind of that. This is like smart. This is a little bit aquatic. This is morning. That's how my brain interprets the perfume balances, is like, what are you going to do when you wear it? When are you going to wear it? Who are you going to be with when you wear it? So that's kind of where my brain's taken me, is a lovely morning in San Francisco where you're going to explore, you're going to learn some stuff, because I think my brain interprets this as having kind of a clever edge to it.
I was going to say that too. There's something in the middle of this that is a little bit more creative to me that I still can't figure out where it is, but it's intriguing enough that I want to keep taking more whiffs to try and figure it out.
Where does it take you? Where does it whisk you away to?
I just see something super bright and colorful, which is fun that took you there. Like, it is something more of that playful side of life, like pausing and just having the fun and letting your mind enjoy being at the Exploratorium. We can put some pictures up here for you guys.
Right.
We did actually took this one too. She got to go visit.
But it was just very bright and energetic and very smart and just wanting to get your gears turning.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And y'all, we're going to build a little ladder here so you can see how this works. Beautiful, y'all. That's all I'm going to use. This is going into my AKA bowl from Amelia and Gardner at AKA Brusher. Oh, super soft.
It is a softer one.
As soft as the butter on the counter. Look at that.
I forgot that with the Hawthorne base. Okay.
Right.
I can't tell if the dude on the label is on the moon or if he's on a beach.
Right.
It's
or on a distant planet somewhere?
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the hint.
Oh, Sarah.
Things happening.
Oh, I'm having some whips hit me in the face over here. I feel like Mo Howard.
Wow.
Yeah, what are you getting?
Oh, wow. I just got like a green apple.
Yeah, yes, 100%.
Something in the middle. And then it turned like, when you see the waves coming in, that foamy part of the waves?
Right.
It's not aquatic, but that's like the visual I just got.
And then like an oak.
It does have a subtle masculinity to it.
It does.
I can tell it's masculine, but it's not as in your face as a lot of the other colognes come off as.
You know, my brain just showed me, all the old movies, like you got the hero, but then you have his like nerdy brother. This is his nerdy brother. This is the smart brother that ends up saving the whole movie, right? The one that everybody ignores, but at the end, he knows the formula, right? It's that. That's what this smells like.
It's we keep saying fun, but I also think it's a versatile scent. Like multiple people could pull this off. It's not just a strict lane.
Although, when I do smell this and I think, could you wear this in the evening? My brain goes, no, this is a beautiful morning sun streaming over the horizon, celebration of everything that's yellow and orange and bright sunlight.
There's a day ahead to be had.
Yeah, y'all save the Herod for your night out. This is the opposite of that.
And I know we don't do live shaves on our videos, but we do like to show you how this works. Just like when you watch Shave On Gents doing his live shaves.
We can tell a lot about the base when we see Carlos lather the face. So look at that. Oh, sorry, I got it in your mouth.
You did. He wants me to have to eat it.
Don't eat the soap. Whoa, y'all, when it covers in one coat like that, and then you just get to have fun with it from there, that's what you're looking for.
I'm still getting that blue thing. I don't know what it is. It's not blueberry. But it's something fun in the middle.
I often wonder if the grandfather of this whole family is Bleu de Chanel or if it goes back even further. Because when you say this is a little bit in that lane, I mean more so than an Aventus.
Maybe. It's funny because this is like approaching an aquatic, but it's not to me. Like I would not put this in aquatic lane.
Right.
So that's where it really differs.
It definitely has qualities of that. You can tell that it had a father or an uncle that was definitely a sea captain. All right, I think we've done all the damage we can do. I think it's time we summon these scent nodes. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at HAGSArtisan.com.
All right, this is quite a description, so strap in.
Yep.
A burst of sharp, citrusy aldehydes, almost electric in their intensity.
100%.
Mingles with the bright and tangy zest of bergamot, ginger, and lemon.
That is funny. That is the trifecta that we just saw in another soap.
It is. Put those three together.
Y'all, there's just something magical. The other one had coconut as well, but the bergamot, ginger, and lemon, what a fabulous citrus combination because they take the edges off each other.
They do.
And then this is where this goes off in a whole different direction.
This vibrant opening explodes on the senses, waking you with a jolt of refreshing energy. As the initial burst subsides, the heart of the scent unfolds, revealing a delicate sweetness of apple. Hey, I was right. And pineapple.
Yo, I was wrong. I said this wasn't Aventus-like at all. It does have pineapple in it. And then going on.
Woven together with the earthy greenness of violet leaf and sage.
Those are the spices and the herbs. But those are not prominent, y'all. So those are not the things you get off the top. Those are the things that are supporting everything else so it can be brighter and cleaner. That's what's happening.
I wonder if the violet leaf is like the blue I was getting. Like my brain just knew it was a bright kind of color in that zone.
That's that cleanness that goes to a certain point and then stops, because sometimes violet can get a little bit high and sweet. It doesn't here. It's being used for clean. And then...
Okay, then we have a touch of geranium, which adds a floral nuance, creating a complexity that is both captivating and comforting.
Love it.
Finally, the base notes of ambergris emerge, grounding the fragrance with a subtle animalistic warmth.
This is the first time that we've seen ambergris as the lone scent note in the base. So for those of you a little unclear about ambergris, that's what it is, and that's where it comes from. Google it. The people say that it's a whale vomit.
Other side.
Isn't. But if it doesn't age in the hot sun, bouncing around on the top of the ocean for like a long, like a decade, it doesn't turn into ambergris. So it is something very special, and if you find some, you can buy a new boat.
Closing off with, the rich and marine undertone whispers of adventure and masculinity, lingering on the skin long after the shave is complete, a timeless and alluring scent that leaves a lasting impression.
Whoa.
How did you not buy that?
Whoa.
I mean, come on.
The aquatic, that's not a total aquatic, y'all. Marine notes under this. So this is your surf and turf. This is going to be a little bit of the waves and the sea spray, and a little bit of the woods of the forest, maybe even a California soap after all.
Oh, see? Okay, here's the exact scent notes. I'll just do a quick recap for you. So that was a lot of verbiage. So top notes, aldehydes, bergamot, ginger, mint, lemon. Middle notes, apple.
You said apple. That was a bullseye right there.
Apple, violet leaf, pineapple, sage, and geranium. Then base notes of ambergris.
Oh, there's more here.
There's more. Please hold. Yeah, ambergris, musk, cedar, balsam fir, incense, vetiver.
Just these base notes are a shave soap all on their own. Okay, ambergris, musk. Hold on.
That's the keeps it cleaner.
This is more of that clean laundry musk for me. It's not like your musky musk. This is your cleaner musk. And then cedar. I always guess cedar.
But then balsam fir.
Love it. Got a little bit of that Christmas tree edge to it.
Just subtle enough. But the incense is really doing something here.
Yo,
I wasn't expecting that.
A subtle hint of a deep smoke, right? That's
you did say spices and herbs.
I did.
So this is where they're in there.
Wow. A little bit of like a grassy gray note.
So definitely a complex soap. And you can tell immediately it's an homage to something. Because as soon as the list gets going, you're like, oh, it's going to be up there.
And I love this because sometimes I want more of your single scent notes. Sometimes I just want a coffee shave. Sometimes I just want lime. But sometimes I want such a sophisticated vibe. I'm never going to be able to sense any of these individual scent notes in here because it is such a balance. It's such some personality at the end of the day. And I think he is on the ocean here. We might need to take this down a few leagues.
So I do think you're right. There is a fun side to this overall, and there's something about a different new adventure.
Right.
Like you want to go somewhere that you haven't been before.
Right.
There's something about this that either whether it's that creative side, or I know you said going to the exploratorium.
Well, I've been since I was 14, so I think that's why my brain was looking for something new and yet nostalgic at the same time, because I've never even been to it when it's at its current location. Last time I went, it was at the Palace of Fine Arts. That's how long ago that was.
So there is something in the middle of this that makes me want to be able to go adventure.
Right.
I do get a child, like, youth side to this.
Right.
And it just in a fun way. Like, if you need to be in a mature adult in a business meeting, you could throw this on and still be able to have a little fun coming out, I feel like.
Yeah, y'all, this is a theme park set for me. There's some sense that there's just too much business is going to be done that day. But with this one, this one invites you outside to have a good whimsical time.
I feel like if you were kind of, having a bum morning, you didn't really want to wake up, you didn't really know what your day was going to look like, and you just needed to restart, like, okay, hold on, we need to revamp this mindset.
Right.
This would be a super cool one to start
this
that way.
This does to my nose what my mouthwash does to my mouth. This is just like, oh, wake up, everything's new again. Here we go. Let's start this day.
Like, I feel like you can't not have a good day wearing this.
Right.
Like, there's just something wonderful about this scent overall, which Again, I didn't know anyone that has worn this before, so I'm really super grateful that I just let myself reading that whole scent note at the beginning. It was like, no,
much
we gotta
like
get
Awakenings, a little bit of a gourmand in here for
Just
me.
a
I think
taste.
somewhere in the pineapple, somewhere in the citrus, my mouth does water just a little. And I love it's done with aldehydes.
I know we don't really talk about lather, but now that I'm looking at this, I mean, come on,
Y'all.
y'all. That Hawthorne
We
base
got
is
4
a thing.
friends that need a shave.
We
'cause
got
we'll
lots
probably
left
accommodate
over.
you today. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Ichabod Crane at a merrymaking at the Von Tassel's farm. Brom Bones is going to tell a story about something kind of scary that happens on the Sleepy Hollow Road at night. But you've got a great singing voice. You got your eye on the Von Tassel's farm. What do you care? When you drive home at night, you're not going to summon anything, but you are going to get your own. In the United States, HAGS suggests the Razor Company, Pasture Pharmacy, and the Shave Supply. Well, it didn't make our Halloween episodes, but it did make our Halloween set for How It Shaves. Y'all, I've had my shave with the summoning. A beautiful HAGS cologne homage. And a little bit on the lighter side for the HAGS homages, a little bit woodier, a little bit more of those white Shifra kind of spices. And y'all, the base on this, a fabulous shave. Just gives my razor the traction it needs while being totally slick and comfortable. HAGS, thank you for this. I look forward to more. Welcome to Messages.
So for our September giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to win a $20 gift card to Zingari Man.
Yeah, all you have to do to be eligible is send an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com and then check back on October 4th when we have our Alexa help us choose our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck. I did want to peek at what they have on the bottom labels here, just to see if this was the same.
The undercarriage label? We
The
love
undercarriage.
label.
So yeah, top aldehydes, bergamot, ginger, mint, lemon, middle, apple, violet leaf, pineapple, sage, geranium, base, ambergris, musk, cedar, balsam fir, incense, and vetiver, y'all. That was a lot for an episode.
Partridge in a pear tree. I am a sucker for anything with mint in it.
Yeah, and you usually almost throw it in, even sometimes if it's not in there. But this one is hidden in there. This one is hidden so well that it just makes that kind of vibrant side pop out.
100%.
I mean, check how many times we've whiffed this soap, but I feel like it's been a while. Quite a
Even
few
a
months.
fine spa, like even just the way the pineapple and those fruits are dancing around in here is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely a kind of grow with you throughout the day scent. Like there's different parts in here that I think would become more potent depending on where you were in the day.
Interesting. Yes, there's stuff for the morning, there's stuff for the afternoon. Is there evening stuff takeaway?
I think, yeah, even like the ambergris and the other kind of woodsier sides at the end, right?
You know, it might be interesting to see if certain scent notes wear off before others. And if this is literally designed to do that, I've had that happen before.
Right.
Who knows? Mysteries and wonders.
But this does say it's kind of higher on the intensity scale, which we kind of mentioned. I would agree. This is definitely a potent scent in a fun way.
Like Malou wears off in layers for me and sort of becomes a different scent as the day wears on. I wonder if this does something similar as the evening version is summoned. See what I did there? You like that?
So let us know out of that most recent drop if there's other ones. We've had a request for Phantom Limb, but let us know if there's any other ones we should add to
We'll
our
get it,
list.
Bjorn. Don't worry. It'll be here.
It'll get here eventually. But the labels work for the whole spooky season, so maybe we can keep tying them in,
Halloween
right?
episode Phantom Limb works just great.
Yeah. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.